Oliver, I'm going to go to you now. You have got a pretty incredible and inspiring personal kind of journey that you've been on, a personal story, which is, I think, had a number of challenges that probably would have broken a lot of people. How have those challenges, though, contributed to your personal, professional growth, and maybe the person you're today?
So a bit of kind of backstory is where I kind of started. I was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, which is a type of bone cancer in my right knee. I was at the age of 12 at this time. Up to this point, I was a rugby player. All my family had played rugby, and I had real aspirations of kind of taking rugby to the next level, and eventually kind of going pro with it. That was all cut short after I received the diagnosis, and that led me into 9 months of chemo alongside an amputation of my right knee and other knee. This was a pretty hard pill to swallow, because obviously a lot of rugby is running and movement, being agile, and I was stuck in a bed for a good couple of months and not being able to really move much, which was really tough. But I still had big aspirations to keep going, and I had a dream of being able to run again, and that didn't go anywhere. I definitely wanted to get back in fitness, and I didn't know how far I was going to take this. I didn't think I'd be sitting up here today, but I actually am, so it's pretty awesome. But on a personal level, I've had stuff thrown my way, and it's life's really good at throwing a killing ball at you. I'm at the point now where I've achieved, what I set out to achieve, my goals, and now I want to give something back and help others who are losing limbs or going through cancer, prove to them that they can still, pick themselves up and keep going.
Yeah, well, you are, as I said, what you've done, being a world championship bronze medalist is a pretty amazing feat. You're now going beyond just thinking about yourself, and you're supporting other people with disabilities through the business you've set up, Unlimited. Can you talk about what you've seen in some of your PT clients and the confidence and the impact on their well-being?
Yeah, so this is kind of my circumstances. I learned that going through treatment and losing a leg, I still had a drive and aspiration to get back into fitness, doing what I don't really know, but I knew I wanted to get moving again, and I wanted to get back into fitness for the confidence, and I wanted to know, what I was still capable of. That started as I went back to a local gym of mine. I shout out Steve Shaw. He was a big influence in my life. He provided all personal training, motivation anybody could ever ask for. He was, a big guy in my life. So he really kind of boosted me to get in the weightlifting and athletics and triathlon and all the rest of it. I think without him, it would be quite difficult to get where I am now. But kind of what I found with other young people and teenagers who have went through cancer, who have lost legs for other surgical reasons, is that they still have ambitions to do well in life, and not only just go into fitness for the reasons of maybe going to the Olympics, but also just being fit enough to go to university or to school or wherever it may be. You still need to be fit. And I found that there wasn't really many personal trainers out there who had the relatability like I did, in terms of, these guys who've got big aspirations to do well. they can help you get from A to B, and that's awesome. But I had that, like, you know, I think I've got a slight edge where I can relate on a different level and prove to them that the limits are unlimited. See what they can achieve, and if that be, you know, the Olympics, or just go back to uni, as I said.
Yeah, and you're relying on the next active IQ qualification, I think.
That's the one, yeah.
Exactly, it's worth being a brand ambassador. That's great news. I guess final question, you know, from your perspective and what you've seen, what further changes or initiatives do you think are necessary to enhance inclusivity for adaptive athletes in the fitness sector?
So I think the big one is funding, especially for you know, families who are in hospital. It takes a massive chunk out of your lives. You know, I guess the young kids who are in there are going through something which is, you know, really tough, and it's not just them, but it's their family as well. You know, they'll be in there with the dad, the mum, brother, sister, grandma, granddad, and they're all going through a really tough time, you know. And I think when somebody comes along and says, okay, right, you finished treatment, you know, what next, you know? And sometimes it's a really hard decision to make at that time, because, you know, these mums and dads may have had to take time off work, and, you know, not much money's coming in, and it's like, oh, I've got to spend, you know, another 30 quid here, 30 quid there for an hour of personal training, and it's a lot, it's a big ask, you know. And I think providing funding there to say, look, I can take you and I'll PT you for free of charge, you know, take it or leave it, you can come, you know, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, so you're trying to promote, you know, individuals like yourself who can be a role model for other people.
Exactly.
Yeah, really strong message. Thank you so much, and I think it was really excellent. Learners, but also, you know, this is your case, running an organisation with a number of learners as an employer. Again, you know, we're seeing the impact that you're all driving, whether it is within your education childcare setting, with the clients that you're working with, you know, with your ambition to support people getting to their destination, or working as an occupational therapist. And it makes everything that we do at NCFE through our qualifications, whether they're cash, active IQ or NCFE, really become real. So I just want to say on behalf of everyone at NCFE, thank you so much for joining our panel. And a big round of applause to both